Now is the time. I want to share with you the perspective that got me to write this book, and I'm going to share with you why I wrote it. There's a lot of time wasters. Benjamin Mays says, I've only got a minute, just 60 seconds in it. Forced upon me, can't refuse it, didn't seek it, didn't choose it. But I know that I must use it. I will suffer if I lose it, pay account if I abuse it. I've only got a minute, just a tiny little minute, and my life is in it. I'm going to share with you the steps that I found to write about in the book that allow me to learn that success becomes nothing more than a statistical event. By the time I was 15 years old, I was actually a senior at Highland Miami Lakes High School. Highland Miami Lakes High School was actually a school that I was bused to from Opelika, Florida. Opelika was #1 in the nation for poverty and #1 in the nation for murder. For every one minority went to college, 100 went to prison. And I had an opportunity to actually graduate, and in college at 16, I had an opportunity to get my education, but I failed. My father asked me why. I said because of drive-bys and people getting shot. And every day there's another funeral, another person getting killed. So I joined the United States Air Force, and 4 years after the Air Force, I came out and I went back to college. I got my education, communication. Actually, I worked on some writing skills, and from that, 30 years later, I'm a sales associate at the United States Postal Service, 31 years of federal service. And I decided to give back to the community, and I want to share with you the steps that allowed me to make an impact. The most important step that I took was action. You know, I didn't just talk about it, and I was just sharing with the table. I was just sitting here. Your name, ma'am? Sarah. I was just sharing with Sarah what was my motivation. Well, for everyone that went to college, 100 went to prison. And I started going into prison speaking to not only inmates about the opportunity to become successful. I began to talk to them, and I failed. Again, they were revolving door. So it challenged me to go into the schools, elementary, middle school, professional environments, and talk to them about the problem, and also talk to them about the solution. People did not have an idea and did not have motivation at the time, didn't have a question. So I made a decision. I made a decision to try to change the lives of people, and here's the thing. I had an idea that one day I was going to be successful. But success, I want to share with you today, is nothing more than a statistical event. I want you to look at the person next to you and repeat after me. So if everyone were like you, there will be no need for me. I am somebody. Now repeat after me again. Say, if it is to be, it's up to me. I am somebody. So I had an idea that one day I was going to be successful. One day I knew I was going to be successful. Born on the wrong side of the track. I was born so poor, and I just shared with the diversity class, I was born poor. Excuse me, I wasn't born poor, I was born poor. So poor I couldn't afford the O&R. You know, I love the Miami Heat. It's the best team in the world, but I watched Dwayne Wade and LeBron James, and you know, they got Nike commercials. But I grew up, how many of you ever saw a pair of Reeboks? Well, I grew up in the era where I wore Reeboks, and I wore them so long, the Reeboks said R-E-E-B, okay. I wore my Reeboks so long that the R-E-E-B fell off. My shoes are just okay. Holes in the bottom, but okay. So I decided I wanted more out of life. So I challenged myself to be successful. And going after success, I realized that in 4 years, the most difficult job is going to be is to find one. And what you focus on the longest is the strongest. How many of you watch Karate Kid 1, 2, or 3? You know, Mr. Miyagi, wax on, what? Wax off. Wax on, wax off. What we have to do is adjust our thinking. Psychologists say we have 30,000 thoughts a day. What you focus on the longest becomes the strongest. I want more out of life, so I decided I had to come up with an idea. There's no shortage of money, only a shortage of ideas. Right now you're in the best place at the best time, because it reminds me that it can be done. I just shared with the diversity session that I teach, there's a young man who happens to be my brother. His name is Barack Hussein Obama. He happens to be my brother from another mother. My assistant and I pulled up, they said, there's Barack Obama. It's all about having a positive mental attitude. Well, Barack Obama, he's challenged us as our president, but I share with you that I'm motivated by his story, because if you start right now where you are, what you have, knowing where you are right now, what you have is plenty enough. it reminds me of a passage, a poem that I share with youth all across the country. Youth are 65% of our present, but you're 100% of our future. And Obama became the President of the United States, and he happens to be black. And I heard Edward Guest years ago said, somebody said it couldn't be done, but Barack, with a chuckle, replied, maybe it wouldn't, but he would be one that wouldn't say so till he tried. So with a bit of a grin, smirk on his chin, on his face, if he were, he hit it. Barack started to sing, he tackled the thing, they said it could not be done, and he did it. Somebody scoffed, Barack, you'll never do that. At least no one else has ever done it. So he took off his hat, and he took off his coat, and the first thing you know, we begun. With a bit of a grin, a smirk on his chin, without any doubting or quitting, Barack started to sing as he tackled the thing they told him could not be done, and he did it. What I'm sharing with you today, there'll be thousands that tell you it can't be done. Thousands that will prophesy failure. Thousands that will tell you one by one the dangers that wait to failure. But with a bit of a grin, a smirk on your chin, take off your coat and go to it. You will start to sing as you tackle the thing they told you it can't be done. You are in the right place at the right time. You can and you will do it. Give your teachers an applause for it. One of the things I shared when time became my speaking topic, because I was actually a person who was ahead of my time. 15 years old in the 12th grade, radio and television broadcasting was going to be a part of my life, but there was a gentleman that gave me an opportunity to work for him. His name is Willie Taylor. He owned Burger King, top 100. He owned 5 Burger Kings in Metropolitan Dade and Broward County. So working for him, he taught me the importance of business. He gave me a chance to work on the brawler. Then he gave me an opportunity to go and work on the shakes and the fries. And then I got an opportunity to come to the mic and do the cash register. Can I help you not only change my life, it is now changing the lives of others. I saw something need to be positive in my life. And what I'm sharing with you is don't use your past as a residence, use it as a reference. You know, if you ever met anybody that's so negative, you put them in a dark room, they'll develop. Because, you know, and no disrespect, but there's some people, you know, there's some teachers, you probably remember Hee Haw. Have you ever saw Hee Haw in the days? It went like this. The Hee Haw said, doom and gloom and agony on me, deep dark depression, I need sympathy. It wasn't bad luck, I have no luck at all. Doom and gloom and agony on me. You know, there's some people I'm going to share with you, if you're going to be successful in life, smiling faces go places. People should smile. If you're sitting next to somebody who's very negative, you know, they look angry. Some people look like they fell out of the ugly tree and hit every limb on the way down. Look like the face been dipped in lemon, pickle and prune juice. They got a triple dose of ugly. But smiling faces are going places. Don't waste your time with negative people.